Good evening, everybody. Hello, and welcome to your Monday night special. I'm not going to stay on too long because, as you can hear, my voice has got worse again. So I'm just popping on to say hello and to introduce your medium for tonight, who is Joseph Haigh. Hi, Joseph.
Hello. Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Good evening.
Right,
No
it's time
problem
to
at all.
went because he's not well.
Yes.
Bye, Tony.
I'm going to hand you over now to Jean, who's going to chair for tonight. And don't let the Jean and Irene bully you, Joseph, please. I'll be listening backstage, so I will hear if anything happens. See you soon.
Yes, bye.
Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night.
Right. Hello, everyone. This is Joseph. I've seen Joseph work. He's a brilliant medium, so I do know we're all in for a good evening. Joseph, we're 7, well, about 8. It doesn't matter if you run over a little bit, but if you can open in prayer for us, please, and say the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah. Hi, good evening, everybody. If we please may blend together. Guides, inspirers, and spirit world. We ask that we open up this evening to draw on your loving energy, to bring that light closer to us, bring us that connection with spirit, bring through the evidence of survival, but also to bring that healing and that hope to those who grieve. Spirit, we ask that we use your energy here this evening and leave us with your protection as we open this service to you. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you for that lovely prayer, Joseph. Now it's time for Irene to do the poem. And then when Irene's done the poem, if it's okay, Joseph, we'll go straight into mediumship. If that's okay.
Thanks, Jean.
Right, over to our Irene. You're welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well. This is one that I wrote on Saturday. You all know with being my poetry, and I've just called it The Silence. The silence helps to ease your mind, relaxes you so yourself you can find. You go to that place deep within, and then the peacefulness begins. When the silence engulfs you, you find a stillness in everything you do. There's a place deep in your soul where you can go to become whole. Spirit come to you in that special place, and sometimes you will see a face. You may even hear a voice or smell a smell, like flowers, trees, or fresh water from a well. The silence gives you a chance to look inside, where sometimes little things can hide. You need to go there to get to know yourself, and it gives you a chance to take the dust from the shelf, to find yourself and to get to know you, and to make yourself better in all you do. The silence and spirit work together and have done so since forever. You can tell spirit anything, your secrets they keep. It doesn't matter if you are awake or asleep. In the silence and with spirit, you are never alone. For me, the silence is like coming home. And sometimes in sleep, I travel to the spirit land, and I am greeted with so much love and a gentle, healing, helping hand.
Oh, another lovely one, Irene. Thank you.
You're welcome, darling.
You're welcome. Now, everyone out there, I've been sponsored tonight to be quiet by my husband. So I will be quiet until 8 o'clock, and I'm leaving it all to Joseph now with his mediumship. Have a good night, Joseph. They're a wonderful bunch out here.
Fantastic. Thank you. And thank you once again, everyone, for joining us this evening. You will see that I have my little Grimsby Town mug, which is where I'm from. So if you see me drinking out of that. Okay, as we go through this evening, okay, it's my role to demonstrate that we're able to do that and able to make that connection with spirit. Okay, so it's okay for me to be wrong. When we do this, it's always an experiment. Okay, so if it doesn't make sense to you, that's absolutely fine. Equally, we'll try and keep an open mind as well. Okay, how I like to do things, I just like people just to pop on comments as we're going through, and I'll try and go directly to people rather than just making a connection with spirit, I'll try and go directly there if that's okay. And lots of Haighs on tonight. I feel like it's a rare thing to see Haighs on, so that's brilliant. Yeah, I'm assuming not connected to me. So, guys, as we're going through, if as I sort of ask people just pop comments on to let me know they're watching, and then as I've chosen someone, if we can just hold those comments until we just get going again, if that's okay. But we'll try and make that connection. Okay. So, can we just let me know who's online, please, and we'll just make a connection, please. See if we can make that reference. And we're going to go to Deborah Adams first, if that's okay, guys. So, if we can just connect with Deborah Adams, if that's all right, because you are the lady that I actually wanted to speak to first. So we'll try and make that connection with you. Deborah, we're going to start on Mum's side of the family, okay? I've got this lady that's stepping forward, and we're going to use her as a grandmother figure, and she's going to help us communicate with people that are stepping forward, okay? She's telling me that we need to talk about this male that's stepping forward as well, that's coming to put his hand on your shoulder. So, Deborah, would you understand that there's a father figure in spirit for you, please? Because they're telling me to make that reference and that connection to a father figure being in spirit, okay? So they want me to make that reference first. Okay, that's fine. We can see that comment popping up. Okay, Deborah, as this gentleman's connecting with me as well, he's wanting to make a reference that he's coughing as he's talking to me as well. So his breathing is quite laboured as he's talking to me. Okay, that's absolutely fine, sir. Where are you going with that? And he says that February is important for an anniversary of a passing as well. So whether that connects with him or whether that's reference to someone else, but he talks to me about this reference. Thank you, sweetie. He talks about this reference to this passing that would be important as well. Okay, that would be in February time as he's making that connection with me. I wonder why those comments were popping up then. I've just realised it must be on
It's our Tony.
Very good. And I was trying to think, how am I doing that? I thought my psychic skills are extended. That's he's looking forward, okay? He's just saying to me, tell her I miss her, tell her I miss her, tell her I miss her. And the reason his message is really quite pure in what he's saying to you, okay? It's about coming through, giving you that connection, giving you that upliftment and that healing as well, okay? There's something about the name Alan that would be important, whether that's reference to a last name or a first name, but he'd want me to make that connection with you, okay? Deborah, the other thing that he wants to say to me as well is he's wiping tears away from your eyes. So again, there's that connection about us being sad and feeling fat at the moment because he's wanting to bring that reference through, okay? That's fine. He also says that he's got his dad here. Now, the reason he mentions that is because his relationship with his dad, I suspect his dad was quite direct and quite strict at times because he wants me to make that reference. And he's just saying, I'm here with him now, okay? And he's almost just saying that he's with me, he's with me, he's with me. That's absolutely fine. Okay, sorry, we've just got someone else stepping in as well. Deborah, we're just going to continue for one moment, but I don't know whether or not this person is with you. So we're just going to we'll just go with this for one moment. Just bear with me. Okay, Deborah, I've got a younger male that's stepping forward. Now, I don't necessarily think he's for you. If he is, that's absolutely fine. But I wonder if I'm perhaps moving on to someone else. I've got this younger male that's stepping forward. Now, as he makes a connection with me, he would have to be either wider family or a friend connection. I've got to be honest, he feels like he's in water as he passed over. So there's something about this reference to him being in water as he passed over. And there's something about him struggling to get out. So there's something about, I don't necessarily think that that's a decision to end his life. I think there's some form of accident where he's unable to get out of the water. Deborah, would you understand that, please? And if not, I think that might be with someone else. That's fine, sir. Bless him. He's in jeans as well, so he's clothed as well. That's the other reference that I can feel, because I can feel myself in trainers and jeans. That's the other reference that he's making. That's fine. Bless him. That's fine, sir. Okay. So someone else can take. I just want to see if Deborah can take that. If not, we'll go to Karen. So thank you, Karen, just for making me aware of that, sweetie. Right, okay, that's fine. Deborah, I think the way he's stepping forward, I suspect that's for that other lady. So, Deborah, I'm just going to stick with you just for a moment, just finish this message with you, if that's okay. Your dad, bless him, he's coming through with so much love. He wants to give you that healing. He wants to give you that upliftment. And there's something about him. He just references that we're feeling down at the moment. He's saying that he's been trying to get your attention and bringing through feathers for you as well, okay? So he's wanting to try and let you know that he's been around the house as well. He says he makes the dog bark as well. So there's this little dog, this like terrier or little style dog that he makes bark as well. So whoever's house he goes to, he makes this little dog bark, and that's his reference to coming through. Okay, that's absolutely fine. The other thing I just want to say to you as well, he talks about the name Louise being important as well. So there's that reference, that connection with that name as well. So Deborah, I'm going to leave that with you if that's all right, and I'm just going to ask that Karen lady if she's still online, if that's okay. Karen, sweetie, if you're still online, would you understand about this male being in an accident that passed over from being in water, please? Would you understand he's wanting to make a connection with his mother as well? Because there's something about, so I don't necessarily think you're mum, but I wonder if there's a connection with him wanting to get a message to his mum, okay? Because he's saying, I need to talk to mum, I need to talk to mum. He keeps saying to me, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. I wonder if it's the anniversary of his passing, or there's some reference to having dreams about him recently, because there's almost this sense of dread with her at the moment. So for me, that's either that she's been having dreams about it recently again, or there's an up and coming anniversary that would be pertinent for him. Okay, but you don't need to say sorry. He kind of says to me, I'm sorry about how I passed, I'm sorry about how I passed. But I don't necessarily think it feels more of an accident rather than an attempt to take his own life. That's kind of how I would word that. And he just said, I couldn't swim. He just keeps saying those words to me over and over again. Bless him. I wonder if he was under the influence of alcohol or under the influence of medication somehow. I don't think it's substance. I think it's more medication based, because he talks about just not really being present in his mind as he's going through that. And that's how he struggled as well. Okay, that's fine. So where do you want to go with that? And he writes the name Chris in my head as he talks to me, so he's saying that name's important. Don't think that's his name. And forgive me, I don't know if it's the Mayfair or the Mayflower pub that he would reference. He talks about that being important as well. So I suspect that's more with the family than it is with him, but he wants me to make that reference to that connection there as well. Okay, Karen, just as we're blending more with yourself, sweetie, would you understand that? That's fine, sweetie. Give me that again. Would you understand that someone's recently had a baby in the family with yourself, Karen? Because I've got this older lady that's stepping forward saying to me that she's been watching the lady with the young baby, and she says it's about either colic or they're trying to get this baby to birth. And she says that she's been with that person whilst they've been trying to support that little child. Okay, that's fine. So she's been with that after either been bottle fed or breastfed. She's been watching that process take place. Okay, and there's something about watching like little clothes be pinned out on the washing line as well. So she's watched that in the last few days as well. So this is a lady that connects on one side. I suspect probably grandmother figure for you, because there as well. That's absolutely fine. That's technically you talking there, Jean, isn't it? So you've lost that bet there, haven't you? So Karen, she's wanting me to make that reference there as well. I can't see your comments popping up, sweetie. So just going back to that younger gentleman, I need you to pass on his love. He's sending so much love through. He just keeps saying, tell her I'm safe, tell her I'm safe, tell her I'm safe. And he keeps saying that to me over and over again, okay? And Karen, with reference to, with reference to, I've lost some train of thought. With reference to that lady who's stepping forward view, that grandmother figure, she just sends love through to that person that's been looking after that child. I suspect because they're feeling tired and feeling worn out, and she's just telling them that she's around them, okay? So Karen, I'm going to leave their love with you if that's okay, and I'm just going to say God bless. And I just want to if people can just comment to let me know if they're online, please, still, and we'll go to someone else. Okay. If there are any fellow Grimsby Town fans online, please let me know as well. Like, I admit to it at the moment. Okay. Fine. We're going to go to Tracy Jane Husk, if that's okay. And we're just going to try and make a connection with you, sweetie, if that's okay. That's absolutely fine. So, Tracy, as I'm stepping forward, we're going to talk about mum and dad in spirit, please. So you'd understand that mum and dad are in spirit, please, Tracy, because they're telling me to talk about, we're going to deal with Dad first. We're going to talk about father figure first because he's making that connection as he's coming forward and he's going to put his hand on his shoulder, which was a prompt for me to talk about that. Okay. He just says to me as well that he comes from a large family as well. So I don't necessarily think that's you. I think that's most probably his side of the family that they want me to reference, being quite a large family. That's fine. So Tracy, do you understand? Dad? Yeah, perfect. And Mum, that's absolutely fine. We're going to talk about Mum as well. Okay. She says she's been watching someone do building work. Now, this is quite significant work because we've got sheets down and there's dust down in the house as well. So she's been going to someone's house and there's you know, they've had like it's brickwork. It's got to be brickwork or something like that with how much sort of dust there is around. But she's been watching around that as well. Okay, that's fine. Wow. Okay. There's something about, I suspect, one of your children rather than you being a nurse, but there's a nurse connection as well. And really randomly, while they're talking to me about buying something Buzz Lightyear related today, or there's a smaller child obsessed with Buzz Lightyear because there's that reference there that they want me to talk about as well. Okay, they talk to me about the caravan park as well. So there's a memory link about caravan parks, and they kind of drag me across the dad's side of the family. Now, interestingly, with that, I wonder if someone owned a caravan site rather than just a caravan, but there's something about that they want me to reference. Okay, that's fine. Okay. She just said to me, sweetie, she's got Jean with her as well. So I don't know who Jean is, but she wants me to talk about that connection as well. Okay, so there's Jean with her. I don't think that's sister. I wonder if that's mother-in-law for how she steps over. And she's, wow, okay, so it's not Bill. She's got William with her as well. So she wants me to reference the William connection, okay? Okay, that's absolutely fine. Okay, that's fine. Perfect. That's fine. Okay. So it looks like there's a Tracy Jane Huss. So, yeah, perfect. So that's fine. Sorry, there's another lady that's just saying she can reference some of that as well. So that Tracy Chopin, let me know if some of that makes sense as well. Okay. So Tracy, perfect. That's absolutely fine. Oh, okay. Tracy, there's something about a little boy that visits a family as well. There's a spirit boy that I think it's spirit boy, I don't think it's spirit girl, but a spirit child that runs through the house as well because they want me to make that reference to that as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. And Tracy, the other thing I want to say to you as well, which is really, really important, Mum talks to me about having her ring as well. So she talks about, which is quite a generic thing, but someone must have either had that in the last few days or they've cleaned it or they've moved it, but there's something really specific about the last couple of days. The other thing I want to reference with you as well, okay, that's fine. Where are you going with that? Is Tracy, you understand about the connection with adoption in the family as well. So there's someone I think planning to adopt, or because I don't think it's adoption take place. Someone must be planning to do that, or something about working an adoption team because they would want me to make that reference there as well. Tracy, there's lots of spirit personalities coming through for you. That's fine. Okay, perfect. The other thing I would say to you as well is I'm going to leave their love with you if that's all right. And I'm just going to say God bless. And I'm going to open this up if that's okay, because I've got this other male that's stepping forward. Trish Champagnes, sometimes we get a double link like that. So I wonder if that's kind of what's happened there. So thank you for saying you can take that as well. I'm going to leave Spirit's love with both of you if that's okay. The other thing I just want to say to... That's fine. Right, no, I need to breathe there. Okay. Right, I don't normally like to do messages like this, but we're going to open this up if that's okay. That's fine. Right. I've got a connection with a younger male that tells me that he made a decision to transition to spirit by himself. So for me, that is a connection to suicide. The thing that's different about this chap is he's talking about being from a looked after background. So he went into care. So there's something really sort of like difficult about his childhood. He's quite, from what I can gather, he's quite short in stature and he smoked a lot as well. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. So there's roll-ups with him as well. He's just written the name. I don't know if it's written or wrote, so I will say written, but the name's Stephen in my head as well. So that name is really important, but it's with a V. It's not PH, it's with a V. That's right. And he didn't do it at home. So he must have gone out into there's something woody area. There's something about a river that's really pertinent to that. Would anyone be able to understand that, please? this may go back a few years as well, because there was plans for him to go into the Navy as well. This is what else he's telling me as well. So he never did that though, but there was this plan in whatever context. So either he was fostered with someone that would be here, and it would be a memory link in that way. That's kind of how I would word that. So there's something about him being fostered into a family, and that would be the connection there. And he says, I'm Stephen, I'm Stephen, I'm Stephen, I'm Stephen. And he says, I've got George with me. So that's not his family. That connects with whoever's he's wanting to link to here. That's fine. So that George would be like a father figure to someone here, or grandfather, I think, rather than uncle. But if you want me to make that reference there, that's fine. And there's something about him that's give me that again, sweetie. There's something about like Doc Martens with him as well. So there's real like I don't say punk, it's not punk, I can't think of the but he's almost got like the shaved head as well. So that's fine. So no one can understand that from what I can say. I'm going to move on from that chap if that's all right. But Irene, will you just keep an eye out to see if anyone can connect with that, please?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Thank you, because it'd be a shame for him not to get a connection. I think just before I move on from him, one of the things he wants to say is thank you, which I think is really sweet of him. So there's that acknowledgement that family kind of somehow helped him. Yeah, it's gonna thank you, Suzanne. Okay. Right, guys, let me know that you're let me know if you're watching. Again, we'll try and just pick someone and we'll go direct, please, if that's okay. Sorry. Bless him. Okay. Oh, we're going to try with Jan, if that's all right. I'm smiling because I'm going to end up saying Jan rather than Jan. So I'm just going to say Jan, if that's all right. And just try and make a connection with you, if that's okay. Jan, the reference I want to make with you is there's a connection with you about, we're going to start on mum's side of the family, okay? So we're going to bring this older lady through, we're going to bring through this grandmother figure, and she's going to talk to me about support, she's going to talk to me about things out here, and we'll work out who else is there as well, okay? So Jan, would you understand that someone's been working in a care home, please? And would you understand that they've been supporting, Janice, we'll call you Janice, if that's okay? So Janice, would you understand that someone's been working in a care home setting, please, and they've been supporting people with getting COVID vaccinations, because they're talking about helping an older lady who's had that. I don't think it's that a female's had it in the family. If it is, that's fine. But they're talking about this older lady that's being supported. Okay, so they're talking about this connection with someone working in a care home or someone working in a GP surgery. That's fine because they want me to make that reference there. Okay, that's fine. The other thing I want to say to you as well, Janice, is I've got this gentleman that's stepping forward on Dad's side of the family that would want to make a connection with you as well. Now, one of the things he does for me straight away is he takes a watch off and he gives it to me. So symbolically, he's talking about watches that are passed down in the family. Okay, and he tells me that we need to reference as well this connection to going back to the war era as well, because they want me to make this reference on Dad's side about medals being important as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Where else are you going with that, sweetie? Okay, and also as well, Janice, there's reference to pipe smoke as well. So I don't think this is, I wonder if this is who smokes, but there would be a pipe that would be connection as well. Okay, fantastic. So Janice, so that reference there, just going back to that, sorry, because I've rambled on for a little bit, I apologize, is about being proud of you and proud of the work you do, because they want me to talk about that connection with you, okay? And that's coming from this grandmother figure, okay? That's fine. So Janice, would you understand that Dad's in spirit for you as well, sweetie? Because he's talking about this male that's coming forward and putting his hand on his shoulder, okay? And that for me is always a prompt around Dad. That chap's still chatting away to me in the background, bless him. He's trying to get my attention. Okay. So, Janice, just whilst waiting for that comment to pop up, sweetie, they're talking to me about this connection. Perfect. Thank you, Janice. So that's the reference there. Whoever smoked the pipe, I don't think that's Dad, but they talk about that with me. They also say you'd understand that you've got the ashes in the house as well. So this isn't for Dad. This is for a female. They talk about having the ashes of a female in the house that's being remembered as well. Okay. That's fine. And really interestingly, someone's just shouted Ronald in my ear. So someone's just mentioned that name. Who that is, I don't know. I don't think that's Dad. I suspect that's back on Mum's side from when it came through. But Ronald, what an interesting name. So they want me to make that connection, that reference there as well. That's fine. Janice, there's also something about it, and if it's not directly with you, that's fine. But they're saying they know about the issues with the younger male that has been getting into trouble and getting into mischief and has been asking someone for money. So they know about that situation. So either that you've overheard someone or you've given advice to someone around that, or that's a connection in the family, but they know about that as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. But Sharon, will you just go back to that Sharon comment in a moment as well, please?
Tony,
yes, I will, love, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Tony can put it up for you. Perfect.
So Janice, they're wanting me to make that reference and that connection. I'm really bossy, aren't I? Sorry, really bossy. They're wanting me to make that connection there as well. That's fine. Where are we going with that, Janice? That's fine. Okay. Janice, would you also understand as well, please, about that mum would be in spirit for you as well? Because I've got this energy of this connection of this lady that's stepping forward as well. That kind of comes around. That my issue is it doesn't feel like it should be where mum is because she stood slightly to the side. But we're going to just try it and just see if that's mum. But I suspect that's the ashes that they want me to reference, and that's the connection they want about these ashes that would still be in the family. So for me, that's more of a recent passing that they want me to talk about. And Janice, I wonder if there's an animal, so a dog that passed and then someone that passed just afterwards as well, because they talk about this animal passing and then a person passing as well. So it's almost like a couple of days after that they want me to talk about. Someone's just said, I can't swear, can I? About the heart as well. So saying my heart, my heart, my heart. So that's either your mum or dad that's making that. Mum, bless her. She's a very, very strong character, very, very independent character as well. Okay, so she's making that reference to being strong-minded. And that for me is always about that they were in pain before they passed over, but they just got on with it and they just plowed through because that's how strong her sense is with me. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So Janice, I'm going to leave their love with you if that's okay. There is something about someone needing healing for their back and the top of their neck at the moment. So I wonder if there's someone that's just gone through surgery or someone's due to have surgery. But they talk about giving healing. I think that's a male rather than a female. But that's one of the reasons that they're stepping forward, to give that light and that healing through to that person. So I'm going to leave their love with you if that's all right. And just say God bless. Who, the lady that could take Sharon. I could take Stephen's mum, died, and 2 weeks later he died. And he said he didn't want to live without her. He was 59, died in hospital, smoked roll-ups. But can't take George. Stephen was always staying at our house. Right, okay, that's fine. Sharon, can we just try and work with you, sweetie? Is that all right? Okay, so Sharon, just let me know if you're still online. So just so we can make that connection there. Okay. So Sharon, if she's not on, that's absolutely fine. We can. Oh, she is. Yeah, apologies. That's fine. I couldn't see it. Sharon, his core message was ultimately that he wanted to say thank you to the people that were around him, because he's saying that it almost is that he just felt like he was at home. In fact, he's just said to me, it's the only place I could put my feet up on the coffee table. So that's the reference that he's making. So that for me is that he feels at home. Okay. He kind of makes me feel like, he was a little bit stubborn and hard-headed at times as well, but he was a genuine character. He describes himself as a little bit of a loner as well, and not in a derogatory sense or a negative sense. He just liked to spend time on his own as well, okay, because he wants me to make that reference there as well, okay? He's also talking to me. Right, that's really, really interesting. So, right, okay, so he must have wore, like, Doc Martens, he must have had a skinhead, but there's also something about ska music as well. That's the other thing. So he liked his music as well. So he liked that ska style of music. And the reason I know that is because he's talking to me about watching his friends smoke resin cannabis. That's what else he's saying to me as well. Sharon, he also says to me he's got the truck driver with him as well. So I'm just going to break this down into 2 sections. Sharon, you'd understand that dad's in spirit for you as well, please. And would you understand the truck driver connection as well, please? Oh, so you don't understand that. That's absolutely fine. Right, that's fine. Sharon, thank you. They're talking about this male that would connect with you, that's in spirit, that was a truck driver. So that's who they're saying. He's saying that connects in the family. So whether that be an uncle figure for you, it's definitely 100% not grandfather figure. That's not that has to be like an uncle figure to you. That's what he's saying to me over and over again. Okay. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Where is he going, sir? And Sharon, sorry, he's talking to me. I'm trying to get that link back with him properly because he's going off on a tangent with things. Say that again, sir. Okay, Sharon, he's also talking about someone that's had problems with their stomach as well. Now, for me, this is where someone's had an operation recently, or they've got a scar that's on part of their stomach that goes from sort of their up to the belly button, or someone. I don't think it's someone's got a suprapubic catheter, but there's something about that sort of area that he would reference. So he knows there's problems for someone that's a female that's been having those issues. So would you understand that as well, please, sweetie? Ah, bless you. So he's giving healing for that as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. And he says that just before he goes, we're going to let him go. He's winding you up and he's laughing as he's doing that. So that's kind of like just in a very playful and loving way. Okay, he's winding you up and he misses that time with you as well. Okay, so Sharon, I'm going to leave his love with you if that's okay. And I'm just going to say God bless and just thank you for connecting with that. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Right, let's see who else is Let's see who else is online. If you just let me know, just pop a message on, please. Okay. Apologies. Who was that I wanted to speak to? Apologies if I pronounced your name wrong. Zoe Skaith, can I assume that's how you pronounce it. Can you just let me know if you're on? But Zoe, can we just chat to you, please?
I think we've just froze, haven't we?
I think we have. Joseph, are you there, love? Tony,
Just
Josie's frozen.
Just putting him back up. And Zoe's on anyway when he comes back.
Yeah.
It appears we've lost Joseph.
Yeah, we've lost Joseph at the moment. I keep watching.
Yeah.
He's disappeared from backstage as well.
Yeah, he's disappeared. It might be at his end, but Zoe's on anyway. Zoe is on. I think he'll probably be trying to connect back on his end.
Yeah. So.
Wanted to talk to Zoe.
Yeah, I know. And Zoe's on, but we can't. I'll just message him. I'll drop back down and I'll message him and see if he's.
Okay, love. I haven't lost my bet. This is part of chairing.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about this, folks. We have some technical issues.
Paul, I know, sweetheart. Don't tell me husband. I ain't lost my bet. This is part of chairing. He's got to give me the money to give to Tony to give to dogs.
Jean will tap dance. Tony's just put on. Oh, dearie me. Sorry,
We
we've
will,
lost our
it's,
medium. He's frozen.
we've just
we'll
lost
be
him.
back with you. Oh,
Oh, we're
here
back.
he is.
Hello.
Hello,
Sorry.
Joseph. Were you at the toilet?
I don't know
Have a
what
short break,
happened
love.
there. Okay.
Right, well,
Zoe's on.
with us. Zoe's on, Joe.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm really, really sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. I don't know.
No, you broke Mike because I've had to speak now.
We'll let you
So
off. Finish your chairing.
He messaged me privately and said, "Can you just pretend you've gone offline so I can win this bet?" That's what he just said to me. Right, so we're going to connect with you, sweetie, if that's all right. Just bear with me, and I'm really, really apologies about that, guys. Okay, so interestingly, it's not directly about you that I want to make this connection. I need to talk about partner's side of the family, if that's okay. I need to talk about you and your strength and resilience because they wanted me to talk about this. But Zoe, would you understand that there's a connection to, there's been difficulties going on around partner's side of the family, please, recently? There's a reference and a connection to difficulties going on recently, like there's been disagreements, because they're saying about you having to be involved in that and sort that out, because they want me to make that reference to that. So just check we are with you with that, if that's okay, Zoe, because the referencing about that. And I don't know who the hairdresser is as well, but someone's playing with my hair, so they want me to make this reference to that connection as well. So someone's a hairdresser in the family as well. Okay, perfect. That's absolutely fine. Okay, Zoe, there's a male that's quite strong on your partner's side of the family that's stepping forward, that's coming through. Now, I've got to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like father. It feels like his grandfather on dad's side of the family. But he tells me the males are big and strong on that side of the family anyway. And he says that the way they express their emotions is through frustration. And he means this in a loving sense, but they, rather than sort of articulating things, there's very much sense about they're just kind of like clash heads and just there's quite a lot of tension there, but that's how they operate, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's just saying that they're all quite sort of strong-minded in how their views are as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. They also want to talk to me about this lady that's recently passed over, I suspect on his side of the family rather than yours, but they're talking to me about this older lady that's passed over. Now, this lady had a pipe in her nose as well, because they want me to talk about her being in hospital for a period of time as well. And she passed away. The way she passed, she kind of just got she tells me she's got weaker and weaker and weaker, okay? And I can almost see like her hands getting thinner and thinner and thinner. But she wants me to let you know that she's safe and she's on the other side, okay? So I don't think that's with you. I wonder if that's partner's side of the family. You can give me that. And she says that she knows about these books that have been passed down as well. So there's a Bible that would connect with her as well, that would be passed down as well. So the other thing I want to say to you is this sense with you as well about healing. That is really, really important, okay? Because they're talking to me about this sensation given in given this upliftment and this, hang on, let me rearrange that. Sorry, they're telling me to talk about this sense that you can heal. So they're talking about this energy and this psychic energy that will connect with you as well. They talk about experiencing things move around the house before as well. So I don't think this is recently. I think this is probably back, but we've had experiences where we've gone to a house and either a glass has moved or something. You must have seen something move through the air. That's the only way I can describe that, okay? And they write the name Albert in my head as well. And so again, that would connect on partner's side of the family, okay? She says she likes the ring. Someone's got a big, is it signet rings, the ones that are big and round? She talks about someone having that as well, because she wants me to talk about that connection with that as well. And you can give me that again. You can talk to me. You can tell me that. And she writes Rebecca in my head as well. So she talks to me about the name Rebecca being important as well. And she's watched someone put money in a card. So I think this is probably in the last couple of days, someone's birthday. There's something about a younger person's birthday and we'll put money in a card because she's watched that happen as well, okay? And she just said to me, she just literally went like this. She just went, can you just tell them to agree? Just tell them to agree. So going back to the original part of that message that we wanted to convey to you, she tells me she knows about the disagreements on that side of the family. She wishes they would be resolved, and she wishes that they wouldn't fall out over things that are materialistic. So there's a sense about disagreements about something going on that side as well, okay? So as well, she laughs and says that your partner got the fright of his life. So there's something about the way I would imagine this is I think he probably got up in the night and thought he saw something that wasn't there, but she's talking about him getting frightened and worried about things because she's laughing about that connection there as well, okay? And That's fine. I don't understand that. There's a really strong connection with March the 1st as well. And I wonder if he plans to put something in memory in the garden for your mother-in-law as well, because there's something about like we can describe it as like a small cross that would be made, because she wants me to talk about that as well. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and she says Linda, 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 Linda. So she keeps saying that name to me over and over and over again. Okay, that's fine. She's that's fine. I'm not laughing at that comment, by the way, City, but thank you for confirming that. She says she likes how the family, so your husband's side of the family must be really strong-minded, must be quite strong characters, but she likes how you come in and assert your sort of views in those situations as well, because she's talking to me about that and she's giggling about, I don't know if it's yourself that's quite small in stature, or whether it's her that's small in stature, but she makes reference to that as well, about being small in stature but being able to articulate our views. Okay, and she says, I never wanted to go into a home. I never wanted to go into a home. So I suspect there's that reference that she fought to stay at home as well. Okay, so Zoe, I'm going to leave her love, and she says send my love to the twins as well. So I'm going to leave her love with you, if that's okay. And I'm just going to say God bless. Okay, that's fine. Yvonne Jackson, we're going to come to you, sweetie, if that's all right, because they're just telling me to make this reference to that's fine. So Yvonne, can you just let me know if you're still online, please, sweetie, and we'll just talk to you. So Zoe, I'll leave their love with you and say God bless, sweetie. I don't think I said that. I apologize. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
fun.
Yvonne's on.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yvonne, hi. Good evening. Sorry, I'm giggling because the lady's just stepped forward. She just said, oh, we've got quite a few of them over here, so we're going to talk, okay? So we've got this lady that's stepping forward on one side of the family, older lady that's coming forward, a grandmother type of figure. She's just really, that's really interesting. How she's just full of intrigue as she comes through. That's the best way to describe her. She's intrigued in this process, but she's also really intrigued in wanting to convey messages through as well, okay? She says to me, tell her we've got him here. Tell her we've got him here. So, sweetie, I suspect Father's in spirit as well for you, because there's this big sense I just want to grab you and just give you this big hug, okay? Because they're telling me to talk about him wanting to convey his love to you, okay? Now, there's something about being proud as well. So there's something about someone being an officer in the army or in the Navy. I don't think it's RAF. I think probably am, but there's this officer link. Not necessarily dad, but someone in the family that would be in spirit, like they want me to talk about being proud for, okay? That's fine. Where are you going with that? And I forgot that lady's name. Is it Karen? It was Karen, wasn't it?
Yes. Yvonne.
Oh, it's Yvonne, wasn't it? Yvonne. Okay, that's fine. Yvonne, would you also understand about this connection with someone that's trying for IVF around you as well? So there's either wider families, either a niece or nephew's wife that's making that, or there's something about our friend's family that is trying for IVF at the moment, because they're talking to me about that being an important and salient point that will connect with you as well. So you just let me know if that makes sense. Okay. Whilst we're waiting for that connection there, I'm just going to check no to IVF. I'm going to ask you to go in and just look for that, please, because they're talking to me about that being important with you, okay? Now, Yvonne, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is how this works for me, and just to explain to people, I kind of get a thought in my mind and I ask them to stand around me at certain points. So grandparents always see like above people, mum, dad to the side of each other, then their brothers and sisters. I always see people that are stood next to you tend to be contemporaries. That tends to be brothers, sisters, cousins, friends. So that sort of link, okay? Yvonne, would you understand that there's a contemporary male that would stand next to you, please? Would you understand that we've either got a previous husband in spirit or a partner in spirit? Because they're talking to me about this male that's stood next to us, okay? And I wonder if that's where that pride, there's something about this gentleman just really, really proud that's kind of coming to stand next to you. Perfect. Thank you, Mum. So, sweetie, this gentleman, I know it's a husband type figure, Pat, just because of how I can't describe the feeling. It's just this sense that when he's stood next to you, the only way I can describe it, you know, when just someone looks at you and they're just in absolute awe. That's kind of what he's saying to me. Or that's kind of how he's conveying. He's kind of stood next to you and he just looks at. It's almost like, you know, it's almost the same as when you got married. That's kind of how I'd word that. Like, he's just absolutely just adores you. Okay, so he wants me to talk to you about that. He says to me that every single day he listens to your thoughts and every single day he answers your questions. Okay, and he wishes he could show you in a more tangible way that he's around you. Okay, he said you're the only lady that made him blush as well, and he laughs at that as well. So there's something about his personality which is really smart, really happy, really articulate, and quite funny as well. He says I could captivate people when I wanted to as well. So he's got a few stories to tell as well, okay? Whether it's him or he's talking about someone else in the family, but someone's really interested in how clean their car was. So I can see them rubbing, you know, it's like a jiffy coffee. I can see them like rubbing the outside of the car and just waxing it and just cleaning it. But he talks about that being a memory link as well. And he says to me, he makes me, I don't think he passed over to spirit really, really quickly. I think he was possibly ill for a period of time. So if I apologize if that's not right, I apologize. But he says to me that he was, you know, he wants you to remember him how he was, not how he was when he was well. Because there's something about, certainly, like, I just feel like I'm losing a sense of myself. I'm losing a sense of my body weight, and I'm getting thinner, and my body's changing. Okay, and he just says to me, he passed with pride. He passed with pride. He passed with pride. Okay. And that's directed at you. So he's thanking you for all the things that you do for him and all the things you did for him as well, okay? He's saying to me as well that you keep his memory alive in such a beautiful way, okay? He says that there's something about a parachute trooper in the family as well. I don't think that's his side. I wonder if that's going back on your mum's side, but he's talking to me about that paratrooper link as well, but that's historical rather than now. Okay, bless him. And he says, give my love to David as well. So I don't know who David is for him, but he wants me to make that reference and that connection to that name as well, okay? He says, ask her about the clock that doesn't work. So there's something about trying to get a clock work that I suspect it keeps going slow or keeps stopping at sort of 9 or 3 o'clock. I can't work out which way that is. But he wants me to talk about that reference there as well. And he's singing to me. That's interesting. I don't think the name Caroline is important, but he's just like, right, okay. I don't know if it's the song Sweet Caroline or Sweet Child of Mine, but there's a song that has sweet in it that he would want me to reference. I don't think it's Guns N' Roses, and I've got to be honest with you, I don't understand why it would be Sweet Caroline, but there's something about that would be important, okay? I think it's his mum that's with him, because he just said I've got mum here as well. So whether or not that's yours or his, I'm not too sure, because he's starting to step back a little bit. But he's got these people with him, and he's saying to me that they're helping him convey messages to you, and they're helping him come through. Okay, so he's still learning how to do this with you as well. Okay, he tells me as well that he directed you here this evening as well. So he's orchestrated that from he's orchestrated this from the other side. So just in that comment that you put on, and he started chuckling, just saying, well, that's what I do, you know. So that tells me that he's a really pragmatic man and really sort of quite a clever gentleman as well, okay? He says he's got the male with him that used to like betting on horses. So he brings him through. So I wonder if that's your dad. If that's wrong, I apologize. I think that's probably your dad. But he tells me there's something about insurance that's important as well. Now, this isn't about his insurance documents or your insurance documents. This is someone that worked with insurance, so either did insurance cover, but it feels older school, so it's not in a call center. So there's that reference to this insurance thing as well, okay? And he said you'd understand the pigeon connections as well. And again, I think that's probably dad's side of the family as well. So he says, right, okay, so there's an important event coming up in the next couple of days, in the next week. So there's someone's birthday or anniversary, and he says, raise a glass and be proud. Raise a glass and be proud. So he wants the family to continue moving forward, okay, and not dwell on his passing, but remember him in a positive way. So he's saying to me that whenever you're feeling down or whenever you're feeling lost, he will be with you. But he also wants you to remember him and respect his memory by keeping those values that he had alive, okay? So, sweetie, I'm going to leave his love with you. and I'm just going to say God bless. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Have we got someone called Sue online tonight? Is there anyone called Sue online that would understand that they've got a Robert in spirit, please?
I haven't seen Sue.
Okay.
I've seen Suzanne go up. That was ages ago, though. I don't know if she's still there.
He's just saying to me, so Suzanne, would you understand that there's a Robert in spirit for you, sweetie? Okay. Well, is MJ Webb connected to Suzanne? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Okay. All right, okay. So Cheryl has got Robert in spirit. Would she understand the Sue as well? So I want to make, no, that's fine. So that other lady as well. So Cheryl, would you understand the Sue that would be connecting with you as well? Really randomly, he just said to me they've just been doing the washing up. So he's been to someone's house whilst he's been talking to me and come back. So the Sue has to be here, I suspect, rather than in spirit. And I suspect someone's just gone off to do the washing up and come back. Oh, they're doing it now as they're watching this. As random as that is. But this Robert, I've got this gentleman in spirit that's called Robert.
And I can take Mum call Sue.
Okay. Sue is your auntie. Cheryl, will you just... We're going to try and work with Cheryl Johnson, if that's all right. Cheryl, would you understand the Robert in spirit, please? I think you did say that, didn't you? Okay, so would you understand that either that's you that's just gone to make that, do the washing up, or that would be Sue, because they're making that reference there as well. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to try and work with you, and I'm going to struggle, so we'll just try and bring this connection through. Okay. Perfect. So Cheryl, right, okay, so that's your dad in spirit then, okay? Right, that's brilliant. Okay, I can't describe it in any other way. He's just really, really casual. I've got to be honest with you, they don't often step into my head. He just said it, I'm Robert, and he wanted to talk to someone. So that's the reference that he's making, okay? That's fine. Okay, so the thing I want to say to you as well, he talks to me about making someone, not making, that's fine, sorry, sir. He talks to me, he's been watching someone do applications or like uni work. I've got symbolically loads of paper around me, so I'm constantly I'm in the middle of trying to get some.
I think we froze again.
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bless him.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh,
he's
good.
there.
Sorry, I had a panic there. Okay, so Cheryl, he's talking to me about this. Sorry, guys, I don't know what that is about my connection. It's probably my next door neighbour hopping on my Wi-Fi without me knowing.
Oh dear.
So Cheryl, hopefully you can still see me, sweetie. So one of the things that they want me to reference there as well is that he's talking about watching someone doing these applications and getting ready or doing a uni. There's something about doing loads of paperwork, okay? Because they want me to reference that with you. The other thing that he says to me as well is that he's come into the house and visiting you as well. So Ray, I don't think this is you, but someone's got a broken stair gate at the bottom of the stairs that he would know about as well, because he wants me to talk about that as well, okay? And someone as well, so someone's gone through a relationship breakup at the moment. So someone's going through a relationship breakup. I don't think that's you. I wonder if that's either a very close friend here, it has to be a very close friend, or someone on the in-law side, but he knows that someone's sort of going through this idea about deciding whether to continue with the relationship or it ends, because they want me to make that reference there as well, okay? He says to me, honestly, Cheryl, your dad is such an interesting character. The way he steps forward, he's such an interesting chap because he's just so casual in my mind. But he kind of, that's fine. So where are you going now? And he says about the house not being big enough as well. So he talks about being in someone's house. So that's so busy as well.
It's gone
Okay.
again.
I don't know what's going on there, guys. Sorry. But he talks about being around you on a regular basis. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'd ask you to watch that, sweetie, because he's making that reference there with me as well. And bless, someone's caught the little finger in the door as well. So he knows about that as well. So someone's caught the little finger in the door in the last few days as well. Okay, that's fine. Where are you going with that, sir? Okay. He also talks about someone having a photo put in their coffin as well. Now, whether or not that's with him or someone else, but he makes that reference as well. And he says, tell them we've got the picture. Tell them we've got the picture. And you just keep saying that to me over and over again. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And he talks about you being a character as well. So one of the references that he makes, he's chuckling to me as well. Okay, so he's talking about you as a character and you as a personality as well, and how sort of vibrant and strong you are. He's describing you in a real cheeky sense, and I wonder if that's why he's come through in that way as well, because he's kind of saying that he's got a very similar personality to you. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Sure, I'm in both sense. I'm sort of coming to the end of the evening, so I'm starting to lose my link myself, and I think my computer's probably given up after 12 months on the front line.
Oh, bless you.
So I need you to know he's around you constantly, and I see in comments you say he's with you every day. So I'm going to leave his love with you, if that's all right, and I'm just going to say God bless it. And Jean and Irene, I'm just going to.
That's fine, sweetheart.
That's fine.
Absolutely fine. Thank you for this evening. We've really enjoyed it, and I'll speak for everyone out there as well. It's been wonderful, Joseph. I'll just read. Well, I can't read them out. I've just got to come off my head what we're going. Thursday afternoon, me, Tony, and Irene are on at 1 o'clock. So if you want to join us Thursday afternoon, please feel free. Then Friday evening at 7 while 8, me, Tony, and Irene's on again. If you want to join us for that. On Wednesday, I just know it's Pastures Green, and on Thursday it's Little Port, but you can see all that on Tony's webpage, what's going off on there. But if, like I say, once again, Joseph, thank you so much for a wonderful evening. It's been lovely. Would you like to close in prayer for us, please?
Yeah, thank you ever so much for having me on this evening, guys.
It's been lovely, Joseph. It really has been smashing.
Appreciate it, and apologise for the slight technical
Can't
shit.
help it, darling.
Together. Hi, I'm still there, aren't I?
Yes,
Guess
you
you're
are.
with us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you're still with us, love.
Guides. Perfect. Sorry about that. Guides, inspires, and spirit world, we thank you for allowing us to use your energy here this evening. We ask that energy is used to bless each individual here, to give them healing and hope, and to bring that healing to that grief. We ask that that light is taken out in the world to bless every other individual, to bring them healing and hope. We leave this service in your loving arms. Amen.
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 Now I can do my little bit now. Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen.
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 I can do my little bit, you see, Joseph, now, because we've finished. But there again, you will be invited back at some point, no doubt. Tony and Mike will deal with all that. And I hope to see you soon, somewhere, when
we might see you on
open
the
the
circuit
churches up.
somewhere, Joseph.
Yes, never know. We'll meet up again.
Yeah, be lovely.
We'll go and have a nice cup of tea now, Joseph, and calm down and let your computer have a rest.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you ever so much for having me on this evening.
No, it's our pleasure. Good night, everyone.